Go.
I didn't go. Oh, it's live.
Go.
All right, what's up? What's up, everybody? Today we are going to finally do something that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time, and that is
Fine.
review a Nitro from 2000, and we're going to review the War. Yeah, yeah.
He's in folks. He's got to talk to whoever he's talking to. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. All right, today, sorry about that interruption. Today we are going to review the September 4th, 2000 Nitro, which featured the War Games 2000 main event. I screwed up the last time we did an episode. I'm pretty sure I said we're going to review the show where Russo wins the world title. That's actually 2 weeks from now from this show. I thought I always get mixed up between Russo winning the world title and War Games 2000. I thought that that was the match where Russo wins the title. But anyway, the match I've won, the show I've
Hey, well,
wanted to review. Hey, what's up, Wes? The show I've wanted to review is the show that had War Games 2000 because I absolutely love this match. I love the story that builds up to this match. I just get mixed up with who wins at the end of the night. But
I'm
anyway,
CJ, by the way. He didn't introduce me, but I'm CJ.
oh my bad. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's CJ. I'm usually not the one who does the intro, so I forgot to introduce the co-host. But yeah, that's
Hey,
Christian CJ.
folks, just for the record, he's fucking this horse. I'm just holding its head. His show.
That's because Christian, for some reason, he hates when I make him watch good TV. I don't understand why.
He thinks, ladies and gentlemen, Franklin here, thinks that WCW 2000s is good television.
And it's great television.
Frank, I know you're wearing one, but stop the cap.
It's not cap, bro. This is cap. This is cap. What I said is not cap.
The Cubs are
What I
cap. We're going to say that the Cubs being good.
Cubs. Did you
Alright.
just call me a Cubs fan? Bro, do you see this jersey right here? What
Sorry,
does
yes.
that jersey say? It's Bears. Bears.
Oh,
And as my user says, beat the home team tomorrow. Bears coming to New York to
okay.
lay
Well,
the smackdown on the Giants.
sorry. So you're saying that the Chicago Bears are cap, being good as
No,
cap.
no, no. I'm saying this is a cap. This right here is a cap. What I said is not
Most of the
cap.
teams are Chicago Cubs. Just saying.
No, 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 no. Cubs suck. Well, I don't hate the Cubs but
I'm
yeah,
going to change my
this
name
is
to
not a
Frank Loves the Cubs.
no. I do not. No, I do not. My team won the 2015 NLCS. But anyway,
Well, there's like
anyway,
a cookie for that, Frank.
what happened?
There's like a cookie for that. Wes, hey, it's Franklin.
Hold
My
on, hold on.
man.
Why is it not popping up? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. And let's see. Let me just block Wes for that. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing Wes. You know I'm
If
joking.
you block him, I will unblock him. So
Anyway, so we start the show with
Wes,
a
leave
they
a link
show
down below to that song, by the way. I'll play it on the stream.
so anyway, we start the show where they're putting together the cage. They were showing the construction team putting together the cage early in the night before the show began, and then Russo and his team enter the building. So we start the show off. I disagree with how they started the show off here. They started off with Dark Carnival versus Filthy Animals for the tag titles. It was a decent match. The crowd was into it. Um, it's not that it was bad or anything. It's just I would have started it off with the segment that comes on a little later, but after a couple pre-tapes here. But the pre-tapes are Lance Storm got Major Guns working out to try to prove that she's Canadian So she's working out, and of course, Major Guns does not
WCW
want to be.
2000s, folks, you got to prove you're Canadian. You got to work out to prove you are Canadian.
Team Canada was great, man.
Break.
It
Give
was
me
one of the. That was the best thing Lance Storm ever did. Yet he hates Vince Russo. I don't understand it. Then we see the Cat, Booker T, and Miss Jones. Miss Jones is in the neck brace because of last week, and Miss Jones is walking. They are walking into a limo, getting ready to drive to the arena, and then the cage comes down. Why is the cage coming down? Everybody's all of a sudden thinking that the match is going to start now, and this is how I would have kicked off the show with this segment. Well, this is not how I would like, as if I know how to run a wrestling show. I do not. But let me just say, this is how I would
Clearly,
have
if you
wanted
think
this
Vince
show.
Russo is a good booker, you don't know.
I didn't say he was a good booker. He's the greatest writer of all time. There's a difference between writing and booking. I don't give two shits about a booker. I care about great writers, and Vince Russo is a great writer. But anyway,
Franklin,
neither. What?
no.
Yes, Vince Russo is the greatest writer of all time.
Nope.
But anyway, moving on. We get.
Oh, we're going to have arguments on this show, but please continue.
I hate the Cubs. I don't mean that we won in 06. Who won in 06? The Cubs didn't win in 06. What are you, a Cardinals fan, Wes? Oh, he must be if he hates the Cubs. That makes sense. Wesley must be a Cubs fan. I mean, Cardinals fan.
Hey, you leave Wesley alone, sir.
I didn't say nothing to Wes. I don't care that he's a Cardinals fan. I don't hate the Cardinals. They're not in the NL East. Not no more, at least.
Cubs
But
are better than theirs.
you're talking about two different sports, bro. But anyway, can I get to the segment here?
Please get through it. Damn.
So the cage is down. We come back from a break. Russo comes out with the Natural Born Thrillers, who, in my opinion, were a great young group. A lot of guys who had a lot of potential that sadly never worked out. Rest in peace to Sean O'Hare, sadly. Mike Sanders. Yeah.
I actually like that tag team here, Sean O'Hare and Chuck Palumbo. They were great.
Oh, yes,
They
they
had
were.
some pretty unique moves. They were big guys. They were doing some pretty unique stuff.
Yeah, they were great, man. Who was it about? Oh, yeah, Mike Sanders. Mike Sanders was a hell of a heel manager. Oh, gotta mow my lawn. See you. All right, see you, Wes.
DC Jax in the corner here.
Hey, what's up, Jackson? But yeah, Mike Sanders was a great heel manager. I think he could have been great for a GM role at some point, but once WCW went under, we never really. What?
That was a strong wind, strong breeze.
Yeah, we never. After WCW went under, we sadly. Oh, except for the weekly pay-per-view era of Impact Wrestling. But after the weekly pay-per-view era of Impact Wrestling, we never saw Mike Sanders again, and that's a damn shame. But anyway, getting to this segment, Russo comes out with the Natural Born Thrillers, kind of guarding the cage for Russo in case anybody ran in. So Russo says, thanks to his lawyers, they prove that the cat has no power, and then Russo decides because of that, the baby faces will have to compete in qualifying matches to make it into the War Games 2000 match.
See, now Russo is such a punk. He's got to hide behind lawyers. I'll be right back,
He's
folks.
a heel. That's what a heel does.
I'll be right back, folks. Frank, continue what you're doing to this horse, man.
But yeah, so of course Russo's gonna hide behind lawyers because he's a heel. He's supposed to be doing stuff like that. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, and he says if Goldberg wins his qualifying match, then the clause that he can't touch Russo gets lifted, and Goldberg can essentially do whatever he wants. I think Russo also said that the title will be on the line. This is where he announced that the title will be on the line in this segment. I could be wrong, but that it would make sense because Kevin Nash comes out right after that, and is mad at Russo for putting the belt on the line. Nash says, I'm not the type of guy that defends the belt every day. There's a 30-day clause, and as long as we get to day 29 and I defend the belt that day, we're good. And Russo tells Nash, listen, I'm the boss. To which Nash replies, you may be the boss, but I'm your daddy. And then Sting's music hits. Sting comes out from under under the ring, and Russo's like, "Get him, Nash! Kick his ass! Whoop his ass!" And then Nash slides out of the ring, says, "I ain't doing your dirty work." And then Sting gets in Russo's face and essentially tells him, "Tonight, Russo, it's showtime." I can't do it the way Sting does it, but yeah, he essentially says that. And he says, "Tonight, I'm winning the title."
Who said this?
Sting. And after that, showtime. Yeah, it's showtime. Then after that, Sting chases Russo up the ladder. Russo goes all the way to the top of the cage. All the other participants for the match that weren't in here come out. There's a big brawl. The Natural Born Thrillers are involved with it as well. This is personally, like I said, how I would have liked for the show to begin. I personally like show off with a segment to set up the night, and then have that tag title match or whatever, other match, whatever match you're gonna do after that. But yeah, this was a good match to set up the night. Good segment to set up the night and everything. Yeah. So after that, things of course did not exactly go Russo's way, and Jarrett and Steiner are backstage yelling at Vince Russo. After that, we see Ron and Don Harris come out. They go over to the announce table and demand that a video footage gets shown. Of course, the announcers oblige because they don't want to get their asses kicked. And the footage is Ron and Don Harris coming into a bar where Chronic is sitting down playing pool, just chilling, and they attack Chronic. They being Ron and Don Harris. Interesting video package to continue their little feud. Then we have franchise Shane Douglas.
Frank, when you say things like interesting and good, make sure to use air quotations, because there's nothing interesting or good about this program.
There's everything interesting about this program. Interesting and good about this program. Anyway, franchise tells Russo that he wants Goldberg tonight in a match because Goldberg attacked franchise the prior week, and so franchise wants to get revenge. Then you have the
Shane Douglas is overrated. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. He's overrated.
I'll say he's okay. I'm not the biggest franchise fan, but I don't hate him. He's all right. But
he's overrated. Like,
are there people who think he's like some?
Like, you'd be surprised at how many people are like, he was so criminally underutilized in WWF and all that stuff. I'm like,
I feel like anybody who did time on the indies and makes it to the big time and is like not used because there are other people who are better than them that get that time, there will be a big fan base that will say, oh, this guy's underutilized, which that's how a lot of these guys get overrated. Because apparently when you bust your ass on the indies, you should automatically be the next Hulk Hogan. That's not how things work, but okay. But anyway, the Natural Born Thrillers are also backstage in this segment, and the Thrillers ask franchise if he needs help in this match with Goldberg. To which Torrie Wilson, who is of course by franchise's side, gets mad and says, "Listen, you guys haven't been getting the job done for us. He doesn't need you. We're gonna go out there by ourselves against Goldberg." And then they walk out. And then Russo tells the Natural Born Thrillers, guys, make sure you watch his back out there. So here we get to the first of the many. What is it again? Hold on.
Hang on. Before you go, I'm gonna say this. This show was good for one thing.
The whole show. That's what it was good for.
Wrong.
Hang on. Gotta take this 1 sec.
The qualifying match, the first of the few qualifying matches. Sting is taking on Vampiro and Great Muta, and this match didn't really last that long. Sting just demolished Vampiro, Great Muta to move on. Nothing too special. Then we get more of Team Canada working out Major Guns, and Pamela Paulshook asks, "What is this for?" To which Elix Skipper says, "We're working on her mental altitude for this one." And then we go to another backstage segment. Stevie Ray yelling at Vince Russo backstage. Stevie Ray is upset about who his opponent is for the show. Russo says, and Stevie Ray says, "I'm not doing this match." Russo says, "Damn right you are. And if you want an opportunity at WCW title, you better do this match." Then we go backstage again. NWO 2000. Jarrett asking Nash to reconsider his options. He says, "We're a team." Nash disagrees, says Russo's all for himself. To which Jarrett says, "Get over it. It'll work." Nash says, "Tonight, maybe I'll play for the other team." And then Stevie Ray comes out. He cuts a promo on Russo. He said Russo threatened to tear up Stevie's contract if Stevie didn't want to do this match. And the match turns out to be against Stevie Ray's brother, Booker T.
Brother versus brother, never been done before, right?
Brother versus, as if it has to have never been done before. It's got to be some big, oh my gosh, we've never seen this before. I don't know what you're applying there. But anyway, Stevie says,
I'm just bullshitting, Frank. I'm just bullshitting.
I don't know why you hate this show so much, man. It's nothing but entertainment. It's far better than anything you'll get on Raw in 2 days. But whatever. Stevie also says
that is cap.
No, it's not. This is cap. That is truth. That is fact.
That's a hat. What you just said is cap.
It's a hat cap. Yeah. What I just said is facts. It's factual.
That's a fact. Fuck the Bears.
We're gonna win tomorrow. Don't worry about that.
This is what the people tune in for. Because I promise you, folks, everything Frank and I say to each other, we are 10 times just as ruthless off screen. This is how we came into you. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna say something to him that he's like, "You can't say that to me."
No, we're just fucking around. They know. Everybody knows we're just fucking around. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Stevie Ray says, if we're gonna do this match tonight, we ain't doing it for Russo. We're doing it for each and every one of you fans. And then Booker comes out and says, "This is Russo." What happened?
What a great baby face thing to say. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Anyway, Booker T comes out and says, "This is
what we got in the room. Biggest baby face the biggest baby face of all time. Hey, Jackson. Look at that baby face. Look at that little face. You can't say I know that face."
First of all, if we're literally talking about baby faces, I mean, it doesn't get more of a baby face. The biggest baby face of all time is Brianne Howie. I mean, look at that woman. That's a baby face. But anyway, regardless, Brianne Howie. You don't know who that is? Look her up.
Brianne Howie?
Brianne Howie, yes. Look up. She has a Netflix show that's going to be in. Look up Ginny in Georgia. She's the star of that show, a Netflix special. Netflix series, I
And
should say.
okay, this is her.
Yeah,
Uh,
I guess.
I'll show
She
you.
cute as hell.
This is who he's.
What's taking so long, bro?
Her?
I don't even see nothing. What are you talking about?
Her?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yes, her. Oh my gosh, that's a baby face, bro. That is a baby face.
Oh, excuse me.
Anyway,
I'll show you
Booker
a baby. I will show you a baby face. Go ahead,
says that.
continue with the show. Get it over with so we can move on.
Anyway, Booker says this is Russo's way of getting to Booker T through Stevie Ray, and then he tells Russo what he always says back then, at least: don't hate the player, hate the game. This was another short match, but it was a good one. The crowd was invested. Uh, Booker, of course, got the win with a scissors kick. But after Booker's promo, Stevie Ray actually attacked him from behind. So after the match, Booker was upset. He's like, "Bro, what was that all about?" Literally, bro, because they're brothers. But it's like, "Bro, what was that all about?" And he's like, "Hey, when it involves the title, it's every man for himself." To which Booker agreed, and they shook hands, hugged, and left. Then we see
Oh, how sweet. Sorry.
Then we see Chronic backstage looking for the Harris brothers.
That's a baby face right there.
They run into the Jung Dragons, really funny tag team from back then. They ask them where the Harris brothers are.
That's a baby face. Can you see her?
It's taking a long ass time to pop up. I don't see nothing. Oh, who is that?
I'm gonna tell you her name. I'm not gonna tell you what she's done because I'm gonna tell you her name and you can look her up yourself. And when you look her up, you'll understand why. Callie Logan.
Okay. Anyway,
porn. Folks, is porn.
Yeah, I figured that once you said. Yeah, I figured that. Anyway,
she's great at what she does. Fantastic.
So anyway, Chronic runs into the Jung Dragons. They ask, "Have you seen the Harris brothers?" Jung Dragons have no idea what the hell Chronic is saying, so Chronic just walks away. And then they turn back around and just beat the ever living hell out of the Jung Dragons. So we go to the ring, 3 count. 3 count. Dude should have won a Grammy back in 2000, man. They're about to do their thing. They're about to sing.
Back in 2000, you had the great boy bands, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, LFO.
The hell is LFO?
You don't remember LFO?
I've never heard.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I take her if I have one wish, because she's been gone since that summer. Since that.
See, back then, the only ones I knew about were.
No. You really don't know who LFO is?
I really don't. I know Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Those were the two big ones.
Bro,
I knew them.
Okay, wait a minute. This is LFO.
Don't play it if it's a song. Don't play a song.
I'm playing it.
No, don't play the song, bro. Don't play the song.
Why?
You already got me one copyright on my own channel. Don't do it here. I don't need no more copyrights, bro.
You know, you should look at those copyrights and see if.
I still don't. Whether they're big or not, I don't want no copyrights. Whether they're serious or not, I don't want no copyrights.
Yeah, Mom. Not in here, you don't.
Anyway, so
please go on.
3 count, the greatest boy band of all time. They're just about to do their thing. They're just about to sing when they're interrupted by Chronic, who of course just come out, beat the ever living shit out of them, and beat the ever living shit out of 3 count. That is, I should say. I shouldn't say them. Pronouns, pal.
Okay,
and
Bruce.
then of course they grabbed them. Vince, that Bruce got that from Vince.
I know.
That's Bruce's catchphrase. Bruce's catchphrase, but he got it from Vince. Should have said, "Okay, Vince."
Oh well, you know Vince McMahon. You think Vince Russo is great. You know Vince McMahon. I'm sorry.
I think both of them. They're both great. Both of the Vinces are great.
I'll give you
Greatest writer of all time and the greatest promoter of all time. And in McMahon's case, greatest heel of all time.
Yes. I agree with that.
So Chronic grabs a mic after beating the ever-living shit out of the greatest boy bands of the 2000s. And they call out the Harris brothers, to which Jeff Jarrett comes out. He's got his guitar and everything. And he says that you're not going to get the Harris brothers, but you are going to get a handicap match, and it will be a qualifying match against the Cat. So we get Cat versus Chronic.
I'm getting a call. Hang on a second. Hello?
Okay.
What? You're watching our podcast right now. Yeah. I know. I can't believe he's saying that about Vince Russo. I know. Hey, don't motherfucker me. I'm not the one talking about Vince Russo.
Bro, tell him to unblock me on Twitter.
He says unblock him on Twitter.
He blocked me. I didn't even.
I agree. I wouldn't unblock him either after everything he said about Vince Russo. He's also he's also an AEW fan. Yeah, he likes.
No, I am not. No, I am not.
Yeah. I know. You want me to tell him what? I'll tell him. Okay. Remember, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm just sitting here listening. It's him. It's all Frank this week, bud. Okay. Hey, tell Brian I said hi. Yeah. Bye-bye. Jim Cornette says he's going to boil you in oil and have your fat sold for soap. Motherfucker.
I swear, that is the only time where a famous person blocked me. Famous pro wrestler, whether it's.
I wonder why, Mr. Vince Russo.
No, he blocked me. It was the first time he blocked me for in a tweet where I didn't even say nothing about him. He was really that freaking. He hates a human being so much that if you put that human being over on Twitter, his little goons see it. The goon will tag him and he'll block you. That's one of the saddest things.
Goons have a name. Motherfucker. The Cult of Cornette.
Yeah, the Cult of Cornette, his little goons. And for the record, I do not.
Goons. They're a cult.
They are
right.
For the record, I do not hate Jim Cornette. I appreciate the hell out of him because my WWE 90s, early mid 90s Twitter account has a ton of followers, and he's one of the reasons for it. Like literally, probably a week before that whole situation went down, I made a tweet that featured Cornette. It was a picture of Camp Cornette. He retweeted it, and all of a sudden, I got a shitloads of followers off that. And one of them was, of course, his goon. And that goon ended up seeing the Russo tweet, and he tagged Cornette in it. And I blocked the goon after that. But anyway, and also Cornette.
You felt powerful when you did that too, didn't you?
I didn't feel bad. It wasn't to feel powerful or not. It was to get that motherfucker off my my Twitter, fucking tagging other people in it that have nothing to do with the tweet. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Cornette, great heel manager too. I'm a fan of Jim Cornette in terms of on camera. I got nothing against the guy personally. I don't know him personally, but I do kind of still don't understand why the hell he would block somebody over something like that, over an opinion that has nothing to do with him in the first place. But anyway, the Cat versus Chronic. Winner moves on to the Wargames. Winner or winners move on to Wargames 2000. Another short match here. Chronic beats the hell out of Cat, moves on. So it's a bit of a win-lose situation for Russo. He gets Cat out of the War Games, but he also gets Chronic into it. Not a good night so far for Vinny Roo. So We go backstage. Russo is saying to Scott Steiner, "See, I told you so. I got Cat out of the match. You ain't got to worry." Steiner gets mad. He says, "You dumbass! I ought to shove this bat up your ass." He slams the bat on.
You would love that.
He slams the bat on the desk, walks out. They didn't exactly
slammed on his ass or in his ass.
Yeah, that's you. You might select that. I don't know. I don't care.
Hey,
Then
bud. What you doing? You gonna lay down? What a good boy. Sorry, go ahead. Talking to my dog. Me and my dog have way more interesting conversations than what this show was.
That is far from the truth. But Jax is one of the stars on here. Hey, oh, Bobby Lashley's my dad. Hey guys, I want you
all alive and well for what's about to happen. What's about to happen, Bobby Lashley's dad? Or what's about to happen, Bobby Lashley's son?
Yeah, Bobby Lashley's son.
Not dad, the little son.
Yeah. Anyway, while we wait for that, we get to franchise Shane Douglas taking on Goldberg. Franchise cuts a little promo on the crowd, hands the mic over to Tori Wilson. She tells the crowd, "You don't know what a real champ is," and she tells franchise, "Get this done quickly so we can get out of this horrible town of Dallas." And franchise says,
"That is about to happen. Don't get scared."
We need Bobby Lashley to spear Jim Cornette for me for blocking.
No, we need Bobby Lashley to spear the shit out of Vince Russo.
Vince Russo has been in the ring with Goldberg. He's taking plenty of spears. Don't worry about that.
Spear him into oblivion so we never have to hear from him again or about him again.
What a sad moment that would be if we were not able to hear from Vince Russo ever again. Not that we couldn't hear from him. That's not the point. It's the fact that he could no longer write television if you spear him into oblivion. But anyway, so Goldberg comes out. The Natural Born Thrillers get involved. Goldberg's able to fight them off. Gets a spear on Shane Douglas. Hits the jackhammer 1, 2, 3, and Goldberg is in. And then we see a funny little. Right after that, we see a funny little segment where Russo is getting all worried now. So why do I get myself into this stuff? And then they go to a break, come back to.
There you go.
Anyway, he doesn't like good TV, folks. So what can I tell you? But anyway, we once again. Well, then why don't you like this show? This show is good TV. Oh wait, I forgot. There's not enough 450s in the 720s or 1890s in the 1375.
No, I'm not about that either.
Not enough holds. Not enough holds. Not enough submissions. Technical wrestling.
I hate rest holds.
I didn't say rest holds. That just because it's hold doesn't mean it could be a rest hold. It could be a submission hold. Anything like that. Ankle lock. We need our technical wrestling. We need our ankle locks and our sharpshooters and our cross faces and our rolling around the mats fucking collegiate style. Figure fours, yeah. Woo.
By the way, I used to think it was called shark shooter.
Sharpshooter. I said sharpshooter. Sharpshooter.
Shark.
I didn't say shark.
Please continue with the review. Get this over with.
Then we get this great television show over with. The review of this great television show. Anyway, right after that, they go to commercial. It's back to Russo. Russo's walking around in the backstage segment, scared as hell, because of course, not only Goldberg winning that match gets him in Wargames 2000, but it also lifts the Goldberg can't touch Russo thing. So now Goldberg, I should say, can get his hands on Russo in that cage and just beat the ever living hell out of him. And Russo bumps into Nash, and he apologizes. Russo, that is, apologizes to Nash. Says he made a mistake. and he tells Nash that you need to help me out here. And Nash says, got two agendas tonight. One, leave with my belt. He said, Strap, I leave with the belt. And then two, make sure Russo doesn't walk out. Not doesn't walk out with the belt.
Hey, yo. Don't put that comment on the screen, Frank, but read it. That last comment.
Who's Dahmer? Who's Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading it. Not reading it out loud, at least. Anyway, I'm not about to talk. Yeah, I'm not about to talk about that guy. We don't need to talk about him. Have you seen the? Was it
all
Netflix?
jokes aside, I don't wish death upon
Right.
Vince Russo like that. So no.
Wait, what's that got to do with Russo though?
Nothing. Just go with it.
But have you seen the Netflix? Is it a Netflix spec?
No, I haven't. I know there's a Netflix series. No, I haven't watched it. No, I probably won't watch it.
Okay.
I'm not into that kind of stuff.
I've heard. It's not. Well, it's not necessarily like showing love to the guy. It's just a documentary,
I'm just not into that kind of sick stuff.
I totally get it. I get where you're coming from, though. I haven't seen it, to be honest. I don't know if I will. But honestly, crime documentaries, stuff like that, it's not something I look out for and like want to watch. But every once in a while, I might sit down and watch one.
I won't. I mean, I'm just not into gruesome and gory stuff. I mean, when I watch documentaries on like Woodstock and stuff like that,
yeah,
I when they start talking about the mud in the water and stuff, I fast forward through all that stuff. I don't need to look at the blood, people sweating and watery and muddy. That's gross. So
no, I get that. Yeah, but so as I said, at the end of that segment, Nash says, "I have two agendas. One, to make sure I walk out with my belt. And two is to make sure you don't walk out. Not meaning you don't walk out with the belt, and you being Russo. Not meaning he doesn't walk out with the belt. Meaning he doesn't walk out. Period. So things are getting serious between Russo and Nash. Now, this is the final Team Canada segment of the night. They got Major Guns is swimming, and Major Guns keeps saying, "I told you guys I don't want to be Canadian." And you show like in the background, MIA is like got what do you call it? The where you see from far away, binoculars. Yeah, they got binoculars on. They're looking at what's going on. Says, "We're gonna kick these dudes' asses. They better not be laying a hand on her." So then Pamela Paulshock, who's been the one interviewing Team Canada throughout the night, says, "That's it. I'm calling security." Team Canada gets mad, throws Pamela Paulshock into the water, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes MIA. They all spear Team Canada into the water, and a brawl breaks out between those two teams. And then we go to Russo and the Natural Born Thrillers backstage. Russo tells the Natural Born Thrillers, "That's it. This is your last chance, guys. You've been screwing up all night. Now we need you to take out Vito. It's going to be a handicap match. Natural Born Thrillers taking on Vito." And then they go backstage. The next week's show has another great segment on it. Miss Hancock and David Flair get married. Miss Hancock, of course, being Stacy Keibler. Their wedding is the next week. Arn Anderson is asked about this wedding. He says, "Do you think David Flair's son, David Flair's..." What happened?
This is going on way too long.
It's compared to all the other shows we've done, we're not even close to Ken. We do like 1 hour shows. We're not even close to that.
Podcast, the show itself.
Oh, the show's been great. I wanted to go on as long. It's damn sure better than a 3 hour show. I'll tell you that. And I'm not just talking about Raw this year. I'm talking about Nitro back then. Like, I liked Nitro from 97 to 99, but let's be honest. 3 hours was too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Once 2000 came, they went back to 2 hours. WCW, thank you for that. WWE, please. 2-hour weekly shows. 2-hour weekly shows, 3-hour pay-per-views. That's all we need. We don't need 5-hour pay-per-views. We don't need 10-hour weekly shows. What's so hard to just do 2-3 hours? 2-hour weekly shows, 3-hour pay-per-views.
From me.
Yeah.
I need Vinnie Mac to go homeless. Hey, yo, that ain't cool.
Nah, that's really not.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, then Vito comes out for the match against Natural Born Thrillers. He said he took care of Russo last week. He's happy about it. He knows everybody else is happy about it. And he says, well, listen, Vince, tonight's your revenge. Of course, the show's called Russo's Revenge. So tonight's your revenge. If tonight's your revenge, then bring it. And then Natural Born Thrillers come out, kind of make fun of the Dallas, because the show's from Dallas. He tells Vito, of course, you're behind these guys because you're cheese-sucking whiz losers, or however the hell he said it, just like them. And a little back and forth between Vito and Mike Sanders, and then the match gets underway, and it's just the Thrillers beating the ever-living hell out of Vito. And after the match, the Natural Born Thrillers win it, and then after the match, a post-match beatdown, because, of course, Natural Born Thrillers haven't been getting the job done tonight, so just winning the match is not enough. They got to beat the hell out of Vito. They got a big kendo stick or something. Not a kendo stick. It's just a big stick, and they just whipped Vito with it. Decent little segment there. Not much of a match, more of a segment. Now we get to the main event. You want to address that comment there? Somebody said, what's good? Dimitri O.D. says,
Dimitri, what up, buddy? Sorry, man. Dimitri, Big D, what's good, man? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Dimitri?
Yeah, he's from Bakery Music's chat. He's a good dude. What up, Dimitri? Yeah.
Thanks for joining. What you think about WCW in 2000?
I don't think he's much of a wrestling fan. He's just here to say hi.
Okay. I still appreciate it, though. Appreciate it.
Yeah. What up?
So right after that,
he would be a WCW fan. I don't think he would have been a if he were to be a wrestling fan, I don't think he would have been a WCW.
He said, he said, I haven't got a clue. Yeah. Now we appreciate anybody coming in, even if it's just say what's up.
Love, man. We got a lot of people commenting today.
A couple, yeah.
Lashley's my dad, and Big D. So
Lashley's my dad is screwing up today. I don't know. We're not even reading some of his comments.
No.
Anyway, like Dimitri said, he's just saying hello, and that's all good. What's up, Dimitri?
Shout out to you, big homie. Thanks for joining.
Yep. So now we get to the main event, and just before the main event, as they're going to break, they show each locker room. Pretty cool setup. And then they interview Chronic, Booker T, and Sting, to which essentially the gist of the interview is Russo screwed up tonight, and his group ain't on. They're not on all together. We are, and they don't trust each other. Russo's group don't trust each other. We trust each other, and they're confident that they're going to get the job done because Russo's guys aren't on each other's side. But at that same time, right after that segment, the commentators point out Goldberg wasn't there. So is there a little bit of dissension on the babyface's side too? Because where was Goldberg? And then we get to Wargames 2000. One of my favorite matches of the year for 2000. I gave this match 4 stars. It was fun, man. A lot happened, and in the end, all throughout the night, you thought Russo's plan wasn't going the way he wanted it, but in the end, Russo and Nash.
What this means?
What does that mean? Oh, -1. -1. Yeah, not even close. Take away the negative and put 3 more stars on that. I can't believe what's the name? Dave Meltzer, one of Dave Meltzer's worst ratings ever. He gave Hogan and Andre this. Gave Hogan I think he maybe he was typing and maybe hit Dash by mistake, and that's how that happened. Because he got the 5 right, but the negative, no.
I agree. Actually, Hogan and Andre, match quality wise, yeah, -5. But spectacle wise, you can't go that.
That's what it's all about. That's what the match is all about, spectacle wise. So match quality wise, it is 5 stars because it's about the spectacle. It's not about Hogan and Andre laying down on the mat and doing these technical moves and getting in the
So
collegiate.
You're saying that because Wargames was a spectacle, it's automatically 5 stars.
I didn't say 5. I gave that 4. But I wouldn't say War Games is a spectacle like Hogan and Andre was. This is 2 different matches right here. Hogan Andre is 2 big stars, 2 major stars in a big main event headline type of match, just like Hogan and Warrior was, just like Hogan and Rock were. That's my type of 5-star match. I'll take that over any technical mat classic that you can think of. This was just a decent storyline built up through the night. And yeah, that's mostly why I like the match. And there was a lot going on in this match as well. Loverboy 2330 says WCW 2000 was trash. Disagree. It was one of WCW's best year ever, in my opinion. Just one, just like right there would be 96. It's a little close between those 2 years. But yeah, to me, WCW 2000, their best year. But yeah, the end of War Games 2000, you got Nash and Russo at the door. It looks like Nash is trying to cut Russo off at the path and, make sure he doesn't get out that door. Next thing you know, they hug. Russo hands the belt to Nash. They come out the door. And also, before that, I forgot to mention, before that, Goldberg was just about to get out the door when Bret Hart came out, slammed the door on Goldberg, so Goldberg's down. Somehow after that, Russo ends up getting the belt. That's where he goes out of the ring and is stopped at the path.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you. So he's stopped by Nash. Nash is blocking him from again, the cruiserweights. Oh my goodness. Loverboy 2330. WCW 97 was his best year. NWO, I'll give you NWO. Cruiserweights, Goldberg streak, it was hot. Once they lost Goldberg streak, no. Oh my gosh. Fake winning streak ended WCW. How my gosh. And NWO went downhill. Look, NWO was tremendous. Goldberg in 97 was phenomenal. But even Goldberg after the streak ended was great. Goldberg is a major star. The Cruiserweights, they had their good parts on the undercard, but they're not the reason why WCW was great in 97. WCW was great in 97, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I wish Nitro wasn't 3 hours, but that's beyond the point. But yeah, there were some good stuff in 97, but personally, I would put both 96 and then 2000 above. This is CJ. This dude's commenting on his own video. Come on, bro. You got me thinking I'm talking to somebody over here. This is stuff, by the way, you could actually like say during the video. Bro, we're starting to get a lot of views too. We're up to like 5 people.
I know we got 5 views.
Shout out to all 5 people, man.
Hey, I appreciate this dude. I shared the link on Twitter, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out to everybody from Twitter or wherever you came from.
Yeah.
Even though we're legitimately in the main event, so let me promote. Let's promote some of the stuff we got coming later today and Monday, since we got 5 viewers right now.
So on his channel. Yes. We got reviews of George Lopez. We got we're going to review season 1, episode
1 of Prototype. Yes, they named it after John Cena. It's Prototype. That's the pilot episode. We're going to review that later today, and then Monday, right? Monday, yeah, the 3rd.
Monday.
Yeah, we are going to not do.
I will be unavailable.
Yeah, tomorrow ain't good either. As you see, I got to watch my football team put a beat down on the home team. But anyway, yeah, so on Monday, we are not going to review an actual pay-per-view or a weekly show. We're actually going to review an angle since we just found out that both of us are big fans of the invasion angle. I
Yep.
love the invasion angle. I did not know Christian did.
We're
I
gonna,
did.
we're
I
gonna
did
talk
not.
about, so when we discuss the invasion angle, let me give you guys a heads up of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about uh, why certain guys were not used, like the big names. We're going to talk about some dream matches that we both have that never came to fruition. We're going to talk about why why it was a failure. Because I mean,
I don't think it was. You're talking from business standpoint. I'm only talking from me being a fan standpoint.
yeah,
I don't view it as a failure to me because I enjoyed the storyline. I also want to talk about the storyline itself.
yeah,
That's
we can
really
talk
what
about
I
some
want
real
to talk about.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it was So okay,
yeah,
we're going to talk about the invasion angle. You'll see
yeah.
you'll get all on Monday.
That is Monday, and don't forget later today for anybody who watched the George Lopez show. Uh, just to let you know, if you want to watch before we do the review or before you watch the review, you can watch it on Peacock. We are talking about the show that was on ABC and currently now airs on TBS, and like I said, is available on Peacock.
I think it
But
also airs
anyway,
night still.
Nigga Night still.
I think so.
Oh man, you know what? I haven't watched Nick at Night in so long. That's where I first got into the show. That's where I first got into the show. Actually, 10 years ago, watching
See,
it on Nick at Night.
I have Xfinity right here, so I could just
Yeah,
look up the channel guide. So let's see. So Nick at Night usually starts about 8 o'clock. My
yeah.
God. Oh, Green Lantern is on TBS. Uh, got SpongeBob on right now, all the way up until. Are they doing the marathon?
Is it the early seasons?
Until 6 o'clock. They're doing the SpongeBob marathon. Are you asking if they did early seasons?
Yeah.
Well, right now they're airing an episode that started in no, it's not just early episodes. They went from 2017, so it's all different years, I guess.
Yeah. The first four seasons, that's my childhood right there. I love the first four seasons.
And then they're going to air the Adams Family at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I think it's the animated version, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's the animated version.
Okay.
And then from 8 o'clock until midnight, they're airing Friends. Midnight to 2, they're airing Seinfeld. 2.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like George Lopez is on there.
Okay, no, I guess I don't air Lopez anymore.
That sucks.
It's Friends.
That's where I found
Seinfeld.
that's where I started watching George Lopez, man. 10 years ago.
Right.
Back in like February of 2012. Right around the time Linsanity was going on.
I started watching the George Lopez show.
Yeah.
I guess I started watching in like 2008 or 9, and I remember getting the DVDs.
Yeah, I have every DVD.
Do you remember?
Right when I
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say? Well, right when I started watching, at the time I started watching, there was only one DVD set available. That was season 1 and 2, which is together because season 1 is only 4 episodes. So literally like a year later, I'm on Amazon. I see a listing that was for pre-order season 3 of George Lopez. I'm like, oh, I'm hopping on this pre-order. But then, like right after that, it took like 2 years for them to put out the rest of the series. They put out seasons 4, 5, and 6 in 2015. I think I got those around Christmas time that year.
Yeah. Do you remember Lopez Tonight? George Lopez's talk on TBS.
They
did a whole episode on the George Lopez show reunion.
I think I've seen clips. Yeah, I think I've seen clips of that.
There was a moment where, like, what George himself got choked up and started crying.
Oh, man,
huh?
Yeah, that's like the best thing he's ever. That's like the most popular thing he's ever did.
Yeah. See if I can find it.
But hold on, before you show that, let's just cap off the show here, the Nitro. So like I said, Wargames 2000 is one of my favorite matches of 2000. I'm not just talking about WCW. I'm talking about WWE. I'm talking about pro wrestling in general. And that's not to say that WWE didn't have their fair share of phenomenal matches. As much as I love WCW in 2000, I love WWE in 2000 even more. Like, to me, both shows were at their absolute best in the same year. But anyway, the War Games match, like I said, one of my favorite matches of the year. The show overall, probably not one of the better. It was a good show, but I wouldn't put it as like one of the better weekly shows, one of the better Nitros of the year. I'd probably put this at about an 8 out of 10. It's a very good show, but not one of the best. They had better that year.
I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 2 out of 10.
That's your prerogative. You're way off, though.
All right, I got a clip. I got that clip pulled up right here. So, and I don't think we should get blocked for this. I think we'll be okay.
Louis, you are completely grown up. I met you were how old?
I was 9 when I first started.
You were 9 years old, and I remember when you walked in and I just started laughing when I saw you. Here's a picture of me and you at a basketball game in 2004. Do people recognize you because you don't look like that?
You know what's funny? I'm getting recognized a lot more now than like when we were actually doing the show. Just because it's on at night so much and it's playing so much that now, I mean, you walk down the street, and, 2 people, hey, aren't you that kid? Yeah, I am.
What's up, grown up?
Hey, I just figured out how to go full screen.
Hey, Mas, everywhere I go, our relationship is like the father-daughter relationship that everybody talks about. Of all the people,
look how different she looks. She looks good.
Got their own thing. One of the things, because of Nick at Night, and I also want to thank, I think we should all thank Nick at Night for picking up the show. What do people say when they come up to you?
I'm actually really surprised that they still recognize me because I bleached my hair completely now. I changed it around completely. But
she's a mom now too.
I think they're
Oh yeah, she's about our age.
It's like the show that keeps giving. Every night it keeps giving something to society, and it keeps giving something to all of us, and it brought us all together for a lifetime, I think. So
that's right. I think that's right. It's funny to listen to them like all grown up.
They're like they tell time. Do you know what I mean? We all kind of look the same.
Yeah, they have a son born in 2018 and a daughter born in 2020.
You came on the show, and now you're on Trauma on NBC. So congratulations for being on Trauma. All right. So you did. Watch out. Watch out, like Danica Patrick. Like how is it doing comedy and then doing drama?
well, I have to say, I actually got Trauma because of my comedy. And they said, you play a soldier, and everyone came in and they were so serious, but you came in and just kind of threw it away, and your comedic timing was so good. Where did you get it? And right after, I'm like, George, thank you so much. I think I got this gig because of you. So it was great.
When I got to the show, I had a lot of difficulty emotionally, and we spent so much time together, and we all got along. And in the beginning, it was tough because we went 9 episodes, and then we were on the bubble. But one thing, we always hung together. And I think that's what. Come on. Go ahead and cry. This is your
You can see he's getting emotional.
Yeah.
Tell them about Thanksgiving. Tell them about Thanksgiving.
Yes, okay. Leave it to me. So here came our first Thanksgiving, and I went to George, and I said, hey, George,
we got to do something on the set, right? Well, everybody got to do it. Remember, everybody brought stuff early in the morning. You'd see people crossing the street with their. So anyway, we start and everybody's there and the food is all over the place and we can't find. I can't find George. George is nowhere to be found. So finally, we sent somebody to.
You know who you sent? Him.
I went.
Yes,
Cesar Chavez went.
Cesar Chavez went to go get him.
Cesar Chavez went to go get him. No, I went to go get him, and you know what? And he was in his dressing room, and you know what? And he was scared. Because this kind of emotion and this kind of the family, this kind of connection, like he said, he just wasn't used to it. He grew up all by himself, and so he hadn't formed those kinds of connections. But I'll tell you what, once we got him started, we couldn't stop him.
Once he let us in, oh my
the barbecue,
Yeah.
There you go.
So I think we've learned something, and before I say it, because I did say it, but I said it while the stream, the video was going and the video was loud. But I did say the lady who played Benita was phenomenal, man. She is hilarious.
I heard.
But we'll talk.
That. Yeah, I heard.
I know you heard me. I don't know. I was just making sure if the viewers heard. But yeah, we'll talk more about her when we start our review on that show. But
I blocked Bobby last week as my dad.
Why? Oh yeah, I see what he said. Yeah, my goodness. But anyway,
you're done.
Yeah, we learned something today. Oh, cool! I didn't see that you blocked him. Anyway, we learned something today. We learned that you need to share on Twitter more when we do this show. Right. Try to do it when we start. When we start now, you got to throw it on Twitter. Because my Facebook sharing, as I do it every week, I try to do it every episode. It don't really work.
Twitter, I hashtagged it. What hashtag? I said hashtag WCW, hashtag Wargames. I tagged Vince So
the War Games tag, because aren't they about to do a War Games match?
Maybe.
WWE. I think that's what happened. The War Games, but yeah, keep doing that. Keep sharing it on Twitter. What was I gonna say? No, that's what I was going to say. What am I saying? Oh, actually, what I wanted to say was this is gonna be the week of reviews. I'm on vacation, so we're free.
We're smashing you guys this week with a whole bunch of.
Tomorrow
reactions. We're gonna have reviews, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And Monday we're gonna do another show. Like I said, we're gonna do Invasion. We're gonna do more shows, at least 2 or 3 more after the Invasion one. Yeah. In terms of Retro Bros reviews.
Hey, maybe you and I can get Shrug on the show and talk about music.
Hey, if we can do that, that'd be lit. What was I gonna say? I'm
cool with it on I'm cool with him on Discord. I'm friends with him on Discord, so I'll message him.
I'm also going to be good for the final week of October, so we can do another week we're going to do 2 weeks of reviews during this month, unless you're not. I don't know. Are you good for the final week?
I'll probably be free that week too. So
okay, so the first and final week of October, we're going to be lit.
There it is. Ladies and
but
gentlemen.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead, close it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna close this one out. Thank you everybody for joining us. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to Dimitri. Shout out to Loverboy 33 or 23.
You just don't shout yourself out. What are you doing? Again, pull this up. This is Loverboy. Hold on. Why isn't it popping up? There it is. That's Loverboy. It's him. He just shouted himself out.
Hey, I deserve my shout out. Give me the flowers. Anyway, shout out to everybody. He's Frank. I'm CJ. Stop sharing this comment.
I don't. Okay, goes. Oh, you're taking it down. Okay.
Yes.
I keep pressing it for it to go down, and it keeps popping back up.
Damn it! Let me close the show out, Frank. He's Frank. I'm CJ. We out.
And of course, beat the hometown team tomorrow, baby. Let's go Bears. Beat the Giants.